Hola! Welcome to LSB Feasters radio channel where we keep great radio from the past alive. Today we're going to Boston and FM97 WJIB. Now, there was a time when beautiful music, easy listening stations were probably the most popular formats on the FM dial. Many cities had 2, even 3 beautiful music formats. As we moved into the 70s and then into the 80s, the format was kind of pushed out of place as AM formats, or at least they were thought of as AM formats, like Top 40 and R&B started to migrate to FM. And on top of that, a lot of owners decided the beautiful music format had an audience that was too old, and they wanted a younger audience so they could sell those 25, 54-year-old demos. So because of that, a lot of beautiful music stations were kicked to the curb. WJIB was one of Boston's beautiful music stations. It launched in early 1967 with the beautiful music format, and this air check features its final few years in the format. If you like it, feel free to give it a thumbs up. Also, subscribe to the channel if you like by hitting that subscribe button and hit the bell too. When you do, you'll be notified whenever we post anything new. I've got to thank Warren Schoger for this air check. It actually features him on the air on WJIB. So if you're ready, let's go back to 1980 and FM97 WJIB Boston.
This is JIB, WJIB.
I'd like to buy the world a home, furnish it with honey bees and snow white turtle doves. I'd like to teach the world to sing in perfect harmony. I'd like to buy the world a coat and keep it company. That's the song I'd like to teach the world to sing in perfect harmony. I'd like to buy the world a coat and keep it company. That's the song I'd like to buy the world a coat to keep it company.
Make your weekend more enjoyable. Take WJIB with you wherever you go. FM 97, WJIB.
Shadows of the night, falling silently.
From Boston's waterfront, WJIB. Ring in the new year in grand fashion with open bar, dancing till dawn, complimentary champagne at midnight, and The Big Show, a spectacular Las Vegas review. It's all yours New Year's Eve at Clint's at the Bradford. For dinner, you have a choice of chicken cordon bleu, prime rib, or lobster. Direct from Las Vegas and Broadway's A Chorus Line, Francois Zoni, Lois England, and the Clint Hamlin dancers are not to be missed. This is the premier presentation in this newly renovated and revitalized supper club. Or just come for the big show and dance the night away. Or try Clint's on the Roof with a panoramic view of the city, open bar, hors d'oeuvres, and complimentary champagne toast at midnight. You can dance all night to world premiere 6-channel surround sound. And that's not all. All major credit cards honored and there's validated parking. So spend your New Year's Eve at Clint's at the Bradford or Clint's on the Roof. For reservations for the Big Show Dinner and Open Bar or the Big Show and Dancing or Clint's on the Roof, call 451-5370. That's 451-5370. Good morning, JIB News Watch at 9:59. The Iranian Prime Minister's office called foreign diplomats in Tehran to a meeting today. The Swiss ambassador says he was told the topic would be the hostages, but an aide to the Prime Minister is quoted as saying the Americans would not be discussed. Meanwhile, U.S. officials have scheduled a meeting shortly in Washington with Algerian intermediaries in the hostage crisis. It's not known if the envoys will be given the formal U.S. response to Iran's so-called final position on the matter. 1 year ago today, the Afghan government was toppled by a Moscow-backed coup, and anti-Soviet Afghans marked the anniversary with angry demonstrations in both Tehran and New Delhi. Cuban refugees in this country were the topic of discussion at the first in a series of talks between Cuban and U.S. officials this week. The United States hopes to get Cuba to allow exiled Cubans who are not eligible to stay in the U.S. to return to the island nation. Massachusetts consumers can blame fuel adjustment charges for about 50% of their electric bills this month. Citing oil price hikes and nuclear plant shutdowns, the state's largest utilities have all raised their fuel adjustment charges in recent months. The biggest company, Massachusetts Electric, raised the surcharge 1 penny per kilowatt hour in November and December. JIB notes, have your blood tested at the Brookline office of the Greater Boston Diabetes Society, 1330 Beacon Street. Screenings are held on the third Thursday of every month. The forecast for today and tonight, variable cloudiness. The highs today, 25 to 30. Lows at night, 20 to 25. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy, chance of snow flurries. Highs in the 30s. On the waterfront, sunny and 24 degrees. It's 10:01. From our waterfront studios, this is WJIB Boston, all music, all the time.